Now, I really think we need to talk about the old head mentality in hip-hop. It's a very relevant conversation, and of course, everybody talks about it. Some people are for the old head mentality, and other people are against it. But let's talk about it. You're discussing rap and hip-hop music with another person, and it goes something like this. Either you or the person you're talking to says something along the lines of, you know what man, hip-hop nowadays sucks, and all these new rappers that I'm hearing about are all bad. So does that right there sound maybe a little bit familiar? I'm pretty sure that it does. If I had to explain the old head mentality in my own words, what exactly would it be? To put it in one sentence, you fear change and you don't accept the direction hip-hop is going in. That's of course a little bit vague, so let me take it a step further. You fear change because you're so attached to the memories of your own quote-unquote old days that even when hip-hop isn't as bad as you say it is, you're still neglecting what it is. And the best part and my favorite part, you're not giving any solutions to your complaints. From my perspective, that's pretty much the old head mentality in a nutshell. The reason why I don't personally support the old head mentality is because it comes off as whiny. I've seen and I've met a lot of people who carry this old head mentality, and the only thing they're focused on is the old days. And they completely deny the fact that there's actually amazing, lyrical, passionate, and great rappers who are embodying what exactly hip-hop is all about. I've said this before and I'm gonna say it again. Hip-hop isn't dead, you're just not looking enough. What the old head mentality does to people is it makes them not see the bigger picture because you're so focused on your perception of what hip-hop really is today. Even if that perception and reality is false, old heads still cling on to it. Because most of the time, if you're looking at hip-hop from an old head mentality lens, it's really not even what you think it is, because if the only thing you see is Tekashi 6ix9ine and Lil Pumps, and that's the only thing you focus on, well then you're gonna completely ignore all the Isaiah Rashads, the Jids, the Denzel Currys, the IDKs, the Jordan Lucases, the J Rocks. I mean, I could go on for hours and hours. I think you get the point. I remember a couple months ago when Lil Xan said that Tupac was boring and he got ripped to shreds by pretty much every hip-hop fan out there. One thing I said about that situation in my video about it was the fact that I could see why he felt that way. I don't necessarily agree with what he said, but then again, I could kind of see where he was coming from because he didn't grow up on that kind of music, which makes it hard for him to truly appreciate and embrace Tupac's music. Now, I'm bringing this up because Lil Xan gave the old heads exactly what they wanted, a strong validator for their toxic mentality, and yes, I said toxic. I don't think people who carry the old head mentality have any malicious intent with their thoughts and opinions regarding hip-hop, but I definitely think that the logic is very flawed. And just keep in mind that there's a difference between preferring old school hip-hop over new school hip-hop. That's really not what people who have this old head mentality are doing. Yes, they support old school hip-hop over new school hip-hop, but they also trash the new school hip-hop. And most of all, they do it without coming with any solutions as to how we're gonna change. Deciding that you're not gonna support the new wave of rappers or the type of rap that you think is trash of this generation is one thing, but sparking the conversation of how are you or we gonna change to make the culture better is another thing. And ultimately, that's the flaw with the old head mentality, and that's why I personally don't support it. Now, of course, that's my personal opinion on the old head mentality conversation, but I want to know what you personally have to say about this. From your perspective, do you think that the old head mentality is something that's helping the hip-hop culture get better, or do you think that it's not helping it get better? And by the way, do you yourself carry that old head mentality, or do you not carry it? Definitely let me know in the comment section below, and let's have a discussion about this. By the way, salute to Logic for shouting me out on Twitter the other day. I know, kinda crazy, but if you follow me on Twitter or Instagram, then you've already seen this. It looks like he's a fan of the videos, which is kinda dope, can't even lie. And that made me think about the fact that an interview with Logic isn't too far-fetched after all. I don't know, it could happen, it could not happen, no guarantees, but I'm just trying to speak that shit into existence, if you know what I mean. Anyway, let's have a discussion about the old head mentality, and I'm out. But as always, if you're new here, don't forget to subscribe to this channel. This channel is all about bringing together people like you who enjoy music and start a discussion on different topics like this. And of course, like the video if you enjoyed it, follow me on all my social media accounts. It's on the screen, and I'm out.